Great day, grade 7. My name is Ma'am Liza Torano and I'm your English teacher. Today, we will be talking about our first lesson, and that is analogy. Let us start with our lesson 1, completing an analogy. So this is for week 1. There are several learning tasks that are provided in your module. By the way, we are going to make use of your module. And then you are going to answer the exercises or the learning tasks that are indicated on this module. Let us start with the first one. Let us start with learning task 1. Observe the figures below. In your paper or in your notebook, draw the fourth figure that matches the pattern. Okay, so what are you going to do here? You're going to find the pattern. There's always a pattern in these sets of pictures. So for number 1, we have a big circle. And then its opposite or its pair are 4 small circle. Or it was followed by 1 big square. So what will be the pair of a big square if we are going to take a look at the pattern on our first pair? So it will be 4 small squares. So what you're going to do will be you're going to answer numbers 1 to 5 in your paper. Any paper will do. It could be in your paper or in your notebook. Let us move on to learning task 2. Identify the appropriate word to complete the analogy by choosing the letter of the correct answer. Write your answers again in your notebook or in your paper. Let's take a look at number 1. Teacher is to school as priest is to blank. Okay, what pattern is given here? So teachers are located in a school. Where can we find the priest? It will be on the church. So the answer is letter A. So what you're going to do is you have to find the pattern for the rest of the tasks in learning task 2. You are going to skip learning task 3 because this will be on your answer sheet. Let's proceed with analogy. So you're going to study module page number 7. So that is analogy. So an analogy shows the relationships between words. It states the likeness between two things that are otherwise unlike. Analogies may enable one to learn new words by recognizing the relationship between words. In short, when we are talking about analogy, we are finding the patterns, we are finding the relationships. So we can identify analogy by using a colon in making a pair or by writing it. So analogies have varied types. So we have synonyms. So these are the words that are the same meaning. Meaning to say, when we have synonyms or when we use synonyms, we use words that are the same. Say for example, happy, joyful, pretty, beautiful. So those are synonyms. The next one are antonyms. Antonyms are words opposite to each other. So say for example, beautiful, ugly, pretty, ugly, kind or good, good and then bad, left, right. So those are antonyms, meaning to say they are opposite. So the third type is the use of the part and the whole, the relationship of a part to a whole. Say for example, heart is the circulatory system, lungs is a respiratory system, hand is a part of our body. A branch of a tree is part of a tree. Petal is part of a flower. So that is part and whole. The next one are the characteristics. When we talk about characteristics, we are talking about the descriptions of items. Say for example, beautiful contestants or beautiful Miss Universe. And then Jovic Baldivino, or let's say for example, good singer, good voice, singer. So those are using characteristics. Beautiful is to flower because those are characteristics. Cars is to fast. And then next we have function. When we talk about function, it talks about a certain object is and explain its use. Say for example, we have here keyboard. When do we use keyboard? For typing. Stove. When do we use stove? For cooking. When do we use cell phone? For texting or for calling. When do we use guitar? For creating music. When do we use broom? In cleaning. So those are functions. And then we have the cause and effect. So it's showing the cause and effect relationship. Say for example, you study now, then you're going to graduate. Or you do hard work, then you will be successful. You do your task, then you can submit. You submitted all your tasks, then you can pass. So that is the cause and effect relationship. Let us now proceed to learning task 6. Complete the analogies by identifying the missing items. Write the letters of your answers in your notebook or in your paper. So, again, try to check the relationship of the words here. Say for example, number 1, rain is to monsoon, as wind is to blank. So the answer there is breeze. Because when it's windy, there is a breeze. When there is rain, there is monsoon. So you're going to finish the rest of the numbers from numbers 1 to 10. Now, go to page 36 at the back page of your module. Check your answers from the answer key given there. So check from learning task 1, learning task 2, and learning task 6. Never mind learning task 3 because it is wrong. You're going to write your answers here or you're going to check your answers on your paper. Now you are finished with the module activities. Get your answer sheet now. The English answer sheet for lesson 1, identifying words that express an analogy. So you're going to answers based on learning task 3. Or you're going to write your answers on learning task 3 on your answer sheet provided, learning task 4, and learning task 5. Let us start with learning task 3. Complete each analogy by supplying the missing word. Choose your answers from the options below. So on the box, you're going to choose your answers from the box on the side. So let's take an example. Number 1. Bicycle is to cyclist as airplane is to blank. Okay, a bicycle is being ridden by a cyclist. How about an airplane? Who rode an airplane? It is a pilot. So, in your answer sheet, you're going to write there the word pilot. So, you're going to do the same thing from numbers 1 to 10. Let's move on to learning task 4 on page 8. Identify the missing words to complete the analogies. Write your answer on the answer sheet. Okay, so we have here bird, blank, fish, swim. Okay, if a fish can swim, what do birds do? They fly. So it will be bird is to fly as fish is to swim. Okay, so you're going to do the rest of the numbers up to number 20. And then, let us move on to learning task 5. On page 9, learning task 5, identify the missing words to complete the analogies. Then, translate the analogies into sentences. So, you don't need to translate it into sentences, by the way. You're just going to write the analogy. Okay, so let's have number 1. Battery is to flashlight as keyboard is to... if battery has a flashlight, what does a keyboard has? Congratulations! You are now done with your module activities. If you know already what the lesson is all about, you can now proceed to your performance task. If not, you can go back with the module, with the explanation in the module, and this video. For your performance task, remember this is 60% of your grade. So read the story, Origin of This World Maranao. Then choose only one from the given options. Option 1, create a poster or an illustration of an analogy that you can form from the selection read. So, dun kayo kukuha ng analogy sa babasahing selection, so origin of this world. And then, your poster must contain illustration of your chosen analogy. So whatever analogy you have formed, you're going to draw it. And then you're going to write the analogy you have formed as form of explanation. You're going to do this on one typewriting. If you have chosen option 1, you're going to create a poster, you're going to encircle option 1. And then option 2, create a slogan of analogy as based on the selection read. So a slogan will be the text only. You're going to create an analogy as based on the text. So the example given here is, people are to first layer as karibanga as are to the second layer. And then option 3, create a TikTok video using analogy in making comparison as based on the selection read. So here, you're going to make a video from TikTok or any video that you are going to make use of analogy based, of course, on the selection, the origin of this world, Maranao. And then, you're going to tag me. You can upload it in Facebook and then tag me, Liz Medrano Torano, or PM me in my messenger account. Take note of the rubrics for grading for grading your work, in making your work. That's all for this day. I hope you have learned something. If you do have questions, write your questions in the comment below and I will answer it. That's all. Goodbye.